Hello everyone and welcome to the Sketchbook tour. I think this is the third one I have recorded so far. So we'll see how I progressed over the past year. And yeah, this sketchbook is a Midori sketchbook. It's made in Japan and it has really nice paper. Actually, I was quite anxious when I started to draw in this sketchbook. So I decided to take it easy, just draw something simple, and I realized that in my previous sketchbook, this one, I have drawn some like flowers and like little drawing with a red pen. So yeah, here they are. And I really like how it turned out, so I decided to do the same on the first page, so I wouldn't stress myself out more than it's necessary. And it's pretty much just similar for the next 2 pages. And when I started to draw into this sketchbook, I wanted to try to draw every day or almost every day as much as I can. So this sketchbook is full of drawings capturing some daily life or just the mundane, boring life I have. So for example, these are just people at the public transportation. This is actually one of my favorite exercises when it comes to drawing, just, drawing people at public spaces, because it turned out differently every time I draw these people. Like, for example, here, I think the lines are quite stiff and probably I didn't feel the vibe that day to draw much, but here, only a day later, the lines are pretty loose and I really like how it turned out. There is just drawing of my snack at work and some cats playing piano and other people at public transportation. This is my desk at work. My colleague have lots of plants, so I draw them whenever I can. And here I try to paint a monkey. It's like the Japanese monkeys which bathe in the hot springs. And I was really fascinated by them, so I tried to paint it, also draw the monkey. And I was also trying to come up with simple color scheme of the scene. So again, monkey in a hot spring. And I really like the drawing, how it captures the calmness of the monkey, because I felt like I didn't capture it in this painting. If you know Twin Peaks, you may recognize a log lady. I really love this TV series, so I wanted to draw some of the characters. These are just drawing from references. I really enjoy using a flat brush. Give me a second. I will find it. Here it is, flat brush like this, combined with ink to just make this drawing, because I really like the brush stroke and the effect it makes. That day I wasn't exactly sure what to draw. I was out of ideas, so I just decided to draw a cat terrorizing its owners and some other cats here, different cat shapes. I have mixed feelings about this page because I was practicing drawing from my imagination and I just realized that I kind of forget a human anatomy, which really bothers me, so I want to practice it a bit more. And again here, the same problem. So I just started to draw something much more simpler, like this lady, but as you can tell, I wasn't patient enough and I didn't finish her coat. So this is another thing I should work on, because sometimes I really struggle with finishing stuff. And yeah, then I don't have anything complete illustrations or things like that. I draw this house from Google Street View. It's some house in Taipei, and I really like the shape of the house, so I just draw it. And I feel like I don't draw architecture enough, so sometimes it's nice to, practice it. This is my boyfriend playing on Steam Deck, and oh, yes, this day I was quite struggling because this was during the time when I feel like I draw every day for like a week, maybe 10 days, and I really didn't know what to draw that day, so I just draw a bunch of weird animals and dinosaurs. Same here, this is my parents' cat. And the reason why I wasn't in the mood was because I was playing Hogwarts Legacy and I was really excited about the game, so I didn't want to draw at all, so I just draw some silly drawings to just check that I draw that day. Not sure if it was a good idea, but here we are. And again, some drawings from public transportation. I really like this one. I feel like I kind of capture the emotion and the pose pretty nicely. Another Google Street View reference, this time it's in Medellin in Colombia. Lovely city. Again, some people. This is a vampire girl. I really enjoyed drawing her. I'm not sure why I draw this painting here, but it had some reason, but I'm not sure right now what it was. But I just experiment with her face and some pose here, or the body shape. I drew this at cafe where I were with my friends. And yeah, some random drawings. Again, the vampire lady and some other ladies. I think I wanted to create comics or animation with this girl, but never happened. Maybe it will happen in the future. Or at least some illustration I think I could create with her. Some people... Again, yeah, it was during winter, so people were wearing scarves. And yeah, we are near the end of February, and that day I bought a camera, my new camera, which I'm really excited about because before that I was recording on a 10-year-old camera, which wasn't really suitable for recording. It doesn't have the functions to do the post-production, so I'm really grateful for this camera. Again, some Google Street View and random drawings. I like the flower though. I'm not sure why I draw this lady, but it's a variation of an illustration I did a few years back. It's like a mythical creature from Slavic folklore. Maybe I should do some illustrations on Slavic folklore. That sounds fun. I actually made a film based on a Slavic folklore. And other people in public transportation. I really like this one and also this. And yeah, it turned out pretty nice. Again, some random characters. Here I started to draw a portrait and I realized that I haven't drawn any realistical portrait like since I have finished university, so I decided to, draw some portraits from a reference I found on a Pinterest. And it was quite fun, I really enjoyed it. It was very relaxing because I usually don't draw this much details in my work because I became quite lazy. These are just some studies. I think this is a study of composition of some photo. Oh, that day I brought a cake to work for a breakfast, which was really, really good. It made my day. Yeah, and I was probably drawing this in a subway. Some people still winter time. These are studies of a comics I read. I really loved the drawings in the comics, so I decided to study it because the lines are simply beautiful. And then some anatomy practice, if we can call it like that. Some gesture drawings. I usually find a post on Pinterest. And again, some studies from the comics. This is just some idea for a comics. And some ladies. I really like the ink and brush combination. Some cats I saw on the internet and flowers I got. Again, some people and some food I had at work and my phone. Sometimes I just draw like random stuff I see, but I feel like this is a pretty good practice. These are some ideas for an animated film I'm thinking about making, but I'm still not sure whether it's a good idea or not, because animation takes so much time, and it's like 2 years since I finished my graduation film, and I'm not sure whether I want to do it again. So we'll see in the future if I make it. Maybe I can do at least a comics. I should do a comics. I haven't done comics in a while. Might be nice. Anyways, these are drawings, paintings. It's mixed media, like watercolor and crayons. This is only crayons, but yeah, the reference was Scottish Highlands, which seems beautiful, and we thought that we would go there for vacation, but unfortunately it didn't work out. So I at least draw this. Some people and some plants, I guess. Again. Oh, these are some kind of plants my colleague have at work, and most of the time they seems dead, but sometimes they, get some leaves, so you know that they're alive, but otherwise just seems like dead potato, I would say. Some people. Again, I quite enjoy this one. And maybe even this one. Oh, and this cat, yeah, it captured my feelings on the workday. Again, people in public transportation. I realized that I can't draw shoes for whatever reason. I just don't understand the shape of the shoe. Oh, I have to practice it a bit more. Oh, I was looking forward to lunch. Some explorational drawings. Oh, here I copied Kateřina Soufalová. She's a Czech illustrator and her art is beautiful. And yeah, again, some random drawings. These are gesture drawings I made based on references on internet. Unfortunately, I stopped attending like live gesture drawings at my city because it became quite expensive. So now I only have people at public transportation and on Pinterest, but still I have quite fun with this because I wanted to explore the shapes and not, the lines, because sometimes I get too focused on the line and I forget about the shape, if it makes sense. So that's the reason why it's in the watercolors. Really like this one. Yeah, I feel like sometimes drawing people gets pretty easy and sometimes it's really difficult. Still don't know why. These are from the same session as the gesture drawing. I just switched the media to explore the, how it's called, like the clothes, how it's folding. And some faces. Again, some gesture drawings. I think I was a bit frustrated because I feel like I draw gesture drawing after a while in the more expressive way, and I couldn't figure it out. This is my favorite because I'm in the process of obtaining my driver's license, and this really sums up my feelings pretty well. Because now it gets a bit easier as I'm near the end of the course, but in the beginning I was so scared and there was a lot of going on, so I didn't know what to do most of the time, but yeah, it's much better now. I actually taking exams the next week, so I'm really nervous about that. In other portraits, I feel like there is lots of portraits in the sketchbook. Some people again and again. Oh, I was watching some documentary about ancient Egypt, so I just draw some dogs there for whatever reason. And again, some random drawings. Finally, some nice hands here. This is my messy corner at our bedroom. This is Blahai, the shark from IKEA. I really love him, but he doesn't fit into our bed right now. Some cats, like panicking cats. This is me most of the time. I'm a really anxious person, actually. I'm even anxious right now when I'm recording the video. These are some characters I was exploring, but I don't like it at all. And that day I was very anxious. I almost had a panic attack, and I decided to just, paint my emotions. I also used this like transparent sticky note to draw the tears, and it actually really helped. So I paint another of my feelings, and I felt much better after that. Dog. I don't know what to say about this. I don't like it. And here I just copied some illustrations I made in the past. I don't know why. I was just probably not sure what to draw, so I copied my own art. Again, some painting of my feelings. And this is a study of a composition of Italian vintage poster. The series of the vintage posters is really beautiful. So I want to study the composition. Also, the colors of the posters are beautiful, but I wasn't in a mood to paint that day. Oh, some dog. These are some explorational drawings to the film I was talking about. And I was using the soft pastels, and I realized they are pretty nice to use. So I want to use them a bit more. This is a copy of some work. I'm sorry, I don't know the artist, but, Pinterest, it's a mess. These are just some sketches for an illustration I made for my friend. And yeah, some just random drawings, again from a reference, mixed with some gesture drawings. I really like those. And we are at the end of the sketchbook. This is a drawing from a photo reference I found on Pinterest. I tried to capture an atmosphere of a foggy evening, but it didn't work out, so I at least tried. And yeah, this is the end. Konec mean in Czech the end.